Hey everyone, and welcome back to a brand new video where I talk about petty and stupid shit that nobody even cares about. Now, I'm not the controlling person and I don't like people being controlled, but what ends up happening is I'm caught up in a situation where friends or people that I'm in a relationship with, that it ends up something happening such as fighting or something far worse. It's made me come to a decision to where I have to keep different people like friend groups and relationships away from each other because it's going to lead to me having to fix a problem, or it ends with me or one of them saying something so fucked up that it will make everyone stressed and upset. Well, that's what happened between me and my good buddy Chris. Now, before we get into this video, hit that like button. Now, this story time starts a few days ago. On the 8th of August, it was just a normal day as usual. I was just on my PlayStation, just playing some GTA 5, and all was going well. Then I decided to get on Rec Room because Chris and this other friend who I'm going to call Cameron in this video, I was going to call him Donald Duck because he does sound like Donald Duck. But anyway, Cameron was with us that time. Soon later, my girlfriend joins us, and it seemed like everything was going fine. But that's when I started to notice something. I began to feel uneasy and a bit scared. And I normally don't do that unless I know something bad is about to happen. So I ignored it and we all just went to bowling, which is something I always go to with my girlfriend to let out all our stress and anything else. Plus, I love being there because I can be a show-off in front of them and joke around. And here I started realizing that I was just overreacting and that nothing bad was going to happen at all. I was wrong. So an hour or more goes by, and I started to get that same feeling again, and this time my anxiety kicked in. And I was just so confused, and I said to myself, why the fuck am I acting like this? I'm just hanging out with my girlfriend, Chris, and Cameron. What could possibly make me feel uneasy? I couldn't figure out why I was acting like this, and I tried to ignore it. But then Chris suddenly tells me that he was being harassed by someone, and it was someone that he knew that hated his guts for no reason, and it was making him stressed out. So when he told me this, my anxiety level just increased. And I was just like, what the fuck is going on? Why am I acting this way? I just kept asking myself that. And what I didn't realize is that Chris telling me this and him being stressed out was the first warning sign that something bad was about to happen. Now, I didn't realize it until the second warning sign happened, and it was very obvious. So a few hours go by and everything seems fine, but then I noticed that my girlfriend was acting weird. I go over to her and ask her what's wrong, and she tells me she wasn't feeling right and it was her mood swings, and that just made my anxiety literally increase further than it should be. And her not feeling well was the second warning sign. And it finally clicked into my head that with Chris' stress and in a bad mood, combined with my girlfriend having her mood swings, that's when I knew that something bad was about to happen that I'm not going to be able to prevent, and that made me worried. And I didn't want Cameron to deal with that too, because sometimes he gets depressed. So I was praying that none of them snap and this turns into a bad situation. So everything was going smoothly and it was close to getting late. Nobody had said anything out of nowhere. And I thought, great, everything is fine and everyone's going to walk away without saying anything bad. Boy, I just jinxed myself because I noticed Cameron and my girlfriend talking. Now, I could barely hear what they said because my fan was on and it was right next to me. So I could only hear a few things. And I remember she was getting irritated by how her tone changed, and that made me a bit worried. And then I hear her telling Chris to bowl, and I hear him say something, but I still couldn't hear it due to my fan. And I just said to him, dude, just bowl, but not in a rude way, just wanting him to hurry up so I can get out of there so nothing bad happens. And then he tells me to shut the fuck up, or shut up. I really couldn't hear him that great, but I remember I got mad at that, and I told him to shut the fuck up too. And then he says, you know what? You can go jump off a fucking cliff. And when he said that, for a split second, I just snapped and got angry. Him telling me to jump off a cliff was the trigger. Now, I was so angry at him for telling me to jump off a cliff that I just lost my temper. And what I said next, and I know you guys are going to be shocked when I say this, but what I said to him was, hey, you can go fucking kill yourself, you piece of shit. But I said it very loud in the microphone and out of pure hatred towards him. And both my girlfriend, Cameron, and Chris looked at me just with shock when I said that. because I hear Cameron say, "Zendir, what the fuck?" And I just started realizing what I said, and I said to myself, "Oh fuck, did I just say that?" So my girlfriend just leaves, and Cameron is like, "Okay, that's it, I'm done." And Chris was just staring at me, and I knew what he was thinking. That, did he really just tell me to kill myself? So I knew deep down what I said to him had made him feel worse and angry at me at the same time. So I tried apologizing to Chris, but he didn't accept it because he really did not want to talk to me at all. And Cameron was actually being the calm one here and told me that he would talk to Chris just to ease his mind and calm him down. And I remember just leaving and going to my girlfriend, just talking to her. So after all of that, after my girlfriend and the others went off, I just went to go and RP with my best friend, since me and her do that a lot. And I remember telling her everything that happened because, hey, who else am I going to talk to? I mean, my best friend is the only one that calms me down when I'm stressed or angry, so yeah, I'm going to talk to her about mostly anything. So the past few days, I haven't spoken to Chris, and I was feeling like shit. But one day, he sends me a message saying he accepts my apology, and I remember I was still angry and I was about to remove him from my friends list the moment he sent me that. But I started thinking on why I was doing that when I made it worse by telling him to kill himself, so I really didn't remove him at all. Then my girlfriend tells me that Chris wanted to speak to me because he felt really bad for what he said, and at first I really did not want to talk to him and was thinking of cutting him off, but then I was like, nah man, just do it. You messed up too. You need to settle this and not hold on to a grudge. So I joined them on Rec Room, and me and Chris actually apologized to each other, and now things are much better. Now guys, I will say that this isn't the first time me and Chris has gotten into an argument and end up saying something that went way too far when it came to situations that we were in that literally made us stress. This has happened a few times, and he really never talks about it, nor do I, because it's no one's business. But in the long run, I regret what I said, and he regrets what he said. But honestly, what happened on August 8th doesn't even matter anymore, and me and Chris don't really give a shit about it because it's just one thing that went way too far, and it's not going to happen again. So in the end, everything went back to normal, and we're all happy. And that's the story of me and Chris almost ending our friendship and why I have to keep people separated. And the moral of this is, don't do what me and Chris did. Don't tell anybody to kill themselves, or don't tell them to go jump off a cliff, because you never know if that person is depressed or having something going on in their mind to where they might end up doing what you told them to do. Thank you guys for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe. Follow my Instagram, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.